Nintendo had its first major direct in like a year and a half a few days ago. Let's talk about a bunch of the stuff in it. Everyone had their own idea of which Smash character was primed to join the roster next. My personal vote was for Crash Bandicoot, with Coco taking up some alt skins, given that Crash 4 had just been announced as coming to Switch on March 12th, but Nintendo proved that speculating about how dates line up is pointless because they'll shove a first-party Nintendo character in there whenever they damn well please, and we got Pyra and Mithra from Xenoblade 2 as a joint switch-between-on-the-fly character duo. First-party characters will always take priority, and I accept that. I may have never played Xenoblade before, but I think these characters look hella sick. Smash got some more waifus in its roster, which is never a bad thing, and I now find myself perpetually bored with the notion of OMG another sword character. As if the moves and mechanics they showed off aren't super unique and interesting. Between Pyra throwing her sword and moving freely without it, to Mithra's Bayonetta-esque teleport dodges, which this will only be the second iteration of, to their downward-angled projectiles and seamless character switches, we're looking at what are guaranteed to be fun people to play as with a high skill ceiling combo game, aka high utility, great additions to the roster. Next up was Fall Guys coming to Switch, which doesn't sound like a big announcement because it isn't. It's the most obvious thing that ever happened. Still, as someone who has multiple gaming platforms, it's important to remember that games like Fall Guys that appeal to children coming to Switch is a big deal when most members of that demographic only have a Switch and nothing else. Because what parent is going to buy their 9-year-old a PS5 or a high-quality gaming PC? They don't deserve that shit. If you're 12 and under and you have a PS5, return it to the store and let an adult buy it. We've worked for a living. Other old games coming to Switch include The Outer Wilds, Tales from the Borderlands, wow, people must have jumped out of their seats for that one, Plants vs. Zombies, who cares, Miitopia for $50 more than it should be, and the Ninja Gaiden Master Collection, so you can engage in some probably cheap unfair bullshit from supposedly the hardest games ever made. But back to our chronological order. The Direct introduced two Famicom Detective Club games that I believe never released outside of Japan, in a remastered or something state, and they look like something I'd do a playthrough of in like an Ace Attorney style fashion, but with a combined price of $60, I'll probably hold off for a sale. Samurai Warriors 5's reveal proved that there are still people out there who think that style of game is fun for some reason. That was followed by a trailer for a Square Enix property who apparently will not rest until they've ported or remade every JRPG ever created. Every E3 has always shown like 8 of these at the same time, and it's just impossible to differentiate them or care. I know Legend of Mana is like a big one, but also what's really the difference between a big one and a small one for anyone on the outside looking in? Then we had Monster Hunter Rise, which just looks like Monster Hunter World, but worse. It looks like if Monster Hunter World was a Switch exclusive, to where they wouldn't have bothered making it look nice because Nintendo always saves all its good graphics and processing power for Mario games, so Pokemon and Fire Emblem can look and run like garbage. Next up was unironically one of the better announcements of the Direct, Mario Golf Super Rush. Mario sports games are always excellent, and everything from the GameCube days should get a new entry on the Switch, the way Mario Tennis Aces and now Mario Golf Super Rush have. I'm looking for a new Super Mario Strikers, I'm looking for a new Superstar Baseball. Don't hold back, Nintendo, you'd have smash hits in every single one of them. The only disappointing thing about this game is the low online player count. Golf is not a 4-person game. How are you going to make multiplayer golf and not have lobbies that go up to at least 8? Especially with the concurrent speed golf mode they introduced where everyone takes their turn at the same time, wait time becomes a non-factor. Get more people in the lobby. Nintendo loves to announce a really cool thing with 1 or 2 horrific, unexplainable caveats, like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee not having Pro Controller support, despite the Pro Controller also having motion capabilities, or Super Mario Party not having online boards which made the game dead on arrival. Like, what's going on over there? Make more good decisions, please. Capcom Arcade Stadium was announced as a hub for a bunch of old Capcom arcade games which made 45-year-olds across the globe dislocate their hips in excitement. I'm not part of the cool and hip crowd who knows what the hell No More Heroes is about, and No More Heroes 3 is not making me interested to discover that. The graphics are atrocious. It looks like someone left the flash on while they were drawing the animations. The next notable thing was DC Superhero Girls Teen Power, and the reason it's notable is because it's the single worst thing I've ever seen. I didn't initially know this was based on a recent Cartoon Network show, but after having learned about the abomination that is Teen Titans Go, I'm not surprised they decided to sink even lower. Please internalize as you watch this footage that this game is going to retail for $60. This, a game that would look graphically unremarkable from PS2 standards, is full priced. It's not often I find myself insulted by a video game, but I am insulted by this video game. I'm also a DC fanboy, so the idea that you would sully my girl Zatanna's image by putting her in this monstrosity is exactly the type of evil these heroes should be fighting against. They announced Mario-themed items for Animal Crossing, so now you can build warp pipes to get from one weed-infested area to another after you haven't logged on for 9 months. The next game they showcased, and the one they weirdly spent the most time detailing, is a new Square Enix property that basically hybridizes Octopath Traveler with Final Fantasy Tactics. And having played the demo that was made available the same day, I can tell you that nope, not interested. But you love Fire Emblem. Yeah, I love Fire Emblem, XCOM, and Divinity Original Sin 2. Those are my three. I don't like tactical strategy games. I like those three games. Not just anybody can pull off the formula. And Triangle Strategy, which is a horrific name even as a working project title, is just not my cup of tea. The demo starts you off controlling like 12 characters at once while knowing nothing about their classes or stats or moves, and you level up without seeing what stats increase. Get me off this train now, please. I could get behind the story and the narrative significance of making choices, but put it in a mechanically good game instead. Star Wars Hunters. Wow. Zynga. Zynga? Oh man, a Star Wars game published by the people who made Scrabble on Facebook? I gotta have it. Also, they didn't show a damn thing. Memory hole it. This dodgeball game reminds me of Ninjala a little, but based on testimonials, it seems like it might actually be an okay time with friends. Oh boy, next up is the biggest middle finger a trailer has ever pulled. World's End Club is made by people from both the Danganronpa and Zero Escape franchises, which I'm a big fan of both, and purports to star a cast of characters who have to fight for survival in a deadly game, right? So you see that, and you think, oh hell yeah, dude, finally another game like this. Then the trailer just goes, the game is cancelled, and the characters just escape. And now it's a weird, stupid 2D side-scroller. What the fuck? I thought Zanki Zero was too much of a leap in the wrong direction, but this ain't even on the map. I'm out. I have lost faith in game development. The next notable thing was the announcement of a Skyward Sword HD remaster, which I don't care about because I only like the Link's Awakening remake and Breath of the Wild, and this game's trying to make me use the right analog stick to swing my sword in different directions, so no thank you, I'll see your franchise back in standard controls where it belongs. Also, it's worth mentioning that the Mario 35 anniversary saw 3D All-Stars, which was 3 old games ported for $60, and now the Zelda 35 anniversary is seeing 1 old game sort of remastered for the same $60, and you're still gonna buy it. The final announcement was Splatoon 3, which isn't coming out this year, and I have nothing to say about it because I don't like Splatoon. You might have gathered by now that overall this Direct was not pleasurable for me other than literally 2 things, which were the Smash characters and golf. You know your lineup isn't the best when golf is the most exciting thing on it. I did like when they apologized for no Breath of the Wild 2 updates, though. What have you guys been doing the past 2 years? You don't have one little area done that we could watch Link run around in for 30 seconds just to stop the superfans from salivating? Well, that's going to do it for this analysis, or whatever you call it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.